Did you learn the months of the year yet in Dutch? In this lesson you will learn them exactly, and also I will give you some common expressions about some of these months. Hallo lieve vrienden. So let's go by the 12 months of the year, and then I'll explain more about it, because this is an addition to the earlier lesson about the months of the year, but I had some more to explain, so I have posted this video as well. So let's go by them one by one. Januari, februari, maart, april, mei, juni, juli, augustus, september, oktober, November, December. So go by them one by one and practice the pronunciation. Okay, so what I wanted to add to this explanation is it is good to remember that in Dutch we don't capitalize the first letter of the month. In English we do, but in Dutch we don't. So that's the first thing you need to know. The other one is that June and July, they have just one letter difference, right? It's June with an N in the middle and July with an L, and that is juni, juli, right? So it's often, if you don't pronounce it that well, or it's noisy and you want to tell somebody about a month and you say juli, then sometimes people understand juni, right? So there's sometimes a confusion about that. So people sometimes emphasize that they said juni by pronouncing it as you know, and juli by saying juli, because the epsilon at the end, sometimes people just use the ij, to pronounce it like that, just to make sure that people understand you are talking about juli. And by the way, if you haven't already, like and subscribe so you can keep up with all my content. And now some expressions about some of these months, right? So there is an expression that is de R is weer in de maand. That means the R is in the month. And that means that there are certain months with an R in it, in the name. And if the R is in the name, then it's a cold month, right? And that is from September all the way to April, right? So every month in between, they have an R in it. That means the colder months are now here. And when the R is no longer in the month, then you have the warm season, right? That is Mei, Juni, Juli, Augustus. And then after that, it is September again. So there are some other expressions that are nice to know. Like in April, there's an expression, April doet wat hij wil. And that means April does what he wants. And that means that you can have any kind of weather in April. It can be like a summer day, but it can also suddenly snow, and very rainy and windy. All types of weather you will find in April. At least that is what history says, and that's why the expression exists. April doet wat hij wil. An expression about the month of May. De maand mei is, in mei leggen alle vogels een ei. That means in May all birds lay an egg. And that is what actually happens, right? That is when the season starts, that the birds are building nests to raise their chicks, right? Okay, another one about September and December in the same expression. Warm in September, koud in December. That means if it is warm in September, that means the December month will be cold. And another one, Oktoberweer komt in maart terug. It doesn't rhyme, but it's something that people have remembered, especially the farmers who came up with all of these expressions, because they have a way of remembering what they can expect from the upcoming season. So if it's a certain type of weather in October, you can expect the same type of weather in the month of March, in maart. And the final one I wanted to give you is Als het vriest in November, dan sneeuwt het in December. And that means when it freezes in November, it will snow in December. I'm not sure if this is the case all the time, but at least this is an expression that the farmers lived by. Okay, if you have something to ask or to add, please leave a comment below. And let me close off with an exercise for you. Tell me in a full sentence in which month you are born, and also another sentence to tell about your mother when she is born, in which month. Okay, put it in a nice full Dutch sentence and let me know in the comments to see how you did, and then I'm happy to see you in the next lesson.